and inclusive growth, ITBIs will play a crucial role in strengthening India's startup ecosystem and driving progress towards Atmanirbhar Bharat and Viksit Bharat. I would request the representatives from various ITBIs to please receive their mementos. Dr. B.S. Sahai, Director, Indian Institute of Management, Jammu. Professor Saurabh Boyce, Executive Director and CEO, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Patna. Dr. Kalidas Murugavel, Principal, National Engineering College, Tamil Nadu. Professor Narayan Chandra, Vice Chancellor, Assam Downtown University, Guwahati. Professor M.B. Chetty, Vice Chancellor, Sanskriti University, Mathura. Professor Tej Pratap, Vice Chancellor, Sri Sri University, Cuttack, Odisha. Professor L. D'Souza, Vice Chancellor, Gandhi Institute of Technology and Management, Visakhapatnam. Professor Karunesh Saxena, Vice Chancellor, Sangam University, Rajasthan. Dr. Senthil Kumar, Principal, Sona Engineering College, Tamil Nadu. Congratulations to all.
This day comes with a difference. And that is, I think, for the first time, the Prime Minister of India has made an appeal to the common citizenry to celebrate in much the same fashion as they celebrate any other festival in this country. And he's made a special mention of it. And he made a special mention of it in his monthly Mann Ki Baat broadcast, imploring upon each one of us to at least feel like a scientist. If not a scientist, at least a student of scientist or a learner of a scientist. And when Prime Minister says that, this amounts to the declaration of intent of the government in place. And in other words, this is also a reflection of the high priority that the political dispensation of this country is currently giving to science, innovation, and everything else associated with this. And I think I will not be exaggerating when I say that over the last 10 years, the manner in which the science, innovation, research, startups have been promoted has actually enabled the different ministries and departments of science in the government sector to occupy a central stage, which rarely what happened before. Most of the science departments and even the science secretaries were hardly known in the corridor circles of the central government. It's no longer so. And again, it's primarily because the Prime Minister makes a personal outreach to the members, to the officials, to the experts working in this department. And to my mind, if you sum up the last 10 years, I would say it has happened in three ways. A, there's a virtual resurgence of the science ministries and departments in the government sector, which I was saying a few moments ago, was rarely what seen earlier. Secondly, there has been a quantum leap in the outcomes, which has been talked about earlier, which I may refer to a moment later. And thirdly, there's a wider recognition of the work being done by these departments, by these ministries, and by the scientific fraternity at large. Recognition both domestically as well as overseas and abroad. And this has not happened simply overnight. There's been a tremendous amount of hard work put in behind that. And we never had dearth of talent in this country, or potential in this country, or passion in this country, or commitment in this country, or imaginative, innovative creativity in this country. Possibly what we lacked was an enabling milieu which is expected from the policy makers, and which has happened after 2014. And the world is today acknowledging this. And since all of us, like good researchers and students of science, have learned not to talk without figures or without statics as evidence, you pick up any sector, you pick up space. This morning we were having a bilateral with the Space Commissioner for the European Union, and others there would bear me out what he said. He said the next century, this current century or 21st century, is going to be the century of space and the century of India occupying space. And that's happened because we have succeeded in proving to the world what we could do through mission after mission. Chandrayaan 3, whether it's the solar mission, whether it's the very recent SpaceX, and no longer in a position to, no longer constrained to pick up leads from others, but in a position to offer cues to others. And that has now begun to be acknowledged very candidly by those reaching out to us, as I was citing the example of the meeting this morning. If you take the example of the sector of biotechnology, a lesser known department thrown into a remote corner of an ITBP office. If you ask Rajesh Gokhale what is his address, he will have to write care of ITBP. That was the kind of scant priority being accorded by the earlier governments. But suddenly this department has been pulled out from that backyard with the personal indulgence of Prime Minister Modi. He launched Mission Suraksha, and on day-to-day basis he was monitoring the progress in the trials of vaccine.